What we have over here is the new Jaguar I-Pace. It's a premium electric SUV that costs 461,000 ringgit. If you think that's a lot of money, that's because it kinda is. It's around 60,000 ringgit more expensive than the BMW iX, which is a bit bigger and it has a BMW badge. And you know how people here love a good BMW. So why would anyone ever spend the money, especially as tested at 500,000 ringgit, on a Jaguar I-Pace? Well, that's why we're here to find out. The Jaguar I-Pace may be a new car to Malaysians, having been launched just last March. But it's actually been around for a while now. It was revealed to the world 4 years ago, way before this little thing called COVID-19 came into the picture. Despite this, it remains Jaguar's only pure electric vehicle. It's also not exactly cheap. Prices start at 460,800 ringgit, and if you want the HSE you see here with all the bells and whistles, that's going to cost you 498,800 ringgit. That's quite a lot in the world where the larger BMW iX starts at 400,000 ringgit. The I-Pace is actually closer in size to the iX3, but it is much lower, giving it a far sportier look. It does, however, have more power than both the iX3 and the base iX. With dual electric motors, it sends 394 horsepower and 696 Nm of torque to all four wheels. That's more torque than the current EV performance bargains, the Volvo XC40 and C40. Where the I-Pace starts to show its age is in range. Despite the enormous 90 kWh battery, you can only drive up to 470 km on a single charge, compared to 669 km for the Mercedes-Benz EQE 350 Plus with a similar battery size. Although, to be fair, the Merc is only rear-wheel drive. The I-Pace also can't be charged as fast as the competition. In terms of charging, the I-Pace is able to accept up to 100 kilowatts of DC fast charging. With such a big battery, it takes 40 minutes to get this thing from 0 to 80% charge. Alternatively, you can also use an AC wallbox charger at up to 11 kilowatts, which will take 8.6 hours to get the battery from 0 to 80%. The Jaguar starts to claw back some brownie points in the way it looks. This may be the best looking EV on sale right now. It's sleeker and not as aggressively futuristic as the BMW iX, and it's also not a boring blob like the Mercedes EQE. It's muscular, low slung, and there are some neat details like the bonnet scoop that draws air through a slot in the grille. This smoothens the airflow going over the car, improving aerodynamic efficiency. The I-Pace is a bit less impressive on the inside. Don't get me wrong, this is still a great place to sit in, with lots of smooth leather and some nice metal trim. But there are a few things that are a little dated now. The most notable of these is the 10.25-inch central touchscreen, which comes with big bezels on the side. You might imagine that other markets get a wider screen option that fills up this space. But nope, all I-Paces come with this display. This is by design. Another issue I have is with the Qi wireless charger. You can only place your phone sideways through a small opening in the center console. It's also pretty sensitive. You have to put the phone in exactly the right spot to get it to charge, which will probably get very annoying very quickly. And like seemingly every EV nowadays, the I-Pace has a fixed glass roof without a sunblind, which means if you park your car under our Malaysian sun, you'll come back to a baking hot interior. Still, there are some good bits. The aircon dials are fantastic. They make a satisfying click when you push, pull, and rotate them, just like a bezel on an expensive dive watch. You also get wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard, along with a 16-speaker, 750-watt Meridian sound system. At the back, the I-Pace offers up a good amount of legroom, and you can slide your feet underneath the seat in front of you. But the sloping roofline does int into headroom. You also don't get your own aircon controls at the back, but you do get heated seats, cup holders, and dual USB-C ports. Open the tailgate and you'll find a decent 577-litre boot, expandable to 1,453 litres with the rear seats folded. Unfortunately, the I-Pace doesn't come with a hands-free tailgate. It's a 2,300 ringgit option, which is ridiculous given what you're already paying for the car itself. You do at least get a 10.5-litre front boot, which is just about big enough to hold your charging cables. Also, since the launch of the car, Jaguar has confirmed to us that the I-Pace does indeed come with adaptive cruise control and lane centering assist for level 2 semi-autonomous driving. However, this is only offered on the HSE, not the base model. Oh well, at least you do get autonomous emergency braking as standard. So far, the I-Pace isn't exactly blowing away the competition, but actually drive this thing and it starts to pay dividends. Sure, it's fast. It gets from 0 to 100 km per hour in just 4.8 seconds, on its way to reaching a top speed of 200 km per hour. But it's the chassis that impresses most of all. The lightweight aluminum structure delivers the highest torsional rigidity of any Jaguar, and the I-Pace feels it. Flip the steering wheel and there's barely any slack. The car moves as one, almost as if you're controlling the car with your mind. The steering isn't brimming with feel, but it's quick and responsive, and the body control is excellent. This is how you make an electric car feel sporty. The only downside is the ride can feel a little bit firm at slower speeds, even with the adaptive air suspension set to comfort mode. But it's never really uncomfortable. And unlike cars like the Volvo C40, you actually get a fun driving experience in return for a little bit of stiffness. On first blush then, the Jaguar I-Pace is a little bit compromised. It does have a Jaguar badge, which not a lot of people have heard of, and it also misses out on some key features that all of its rivals have, which is not very great given the price. But to drive, this thing is a revelation. I think this might be the best EV I've ever driven. Thank you so much for watching this first drive of the Jaguar I-Pace. I want to know, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments down below. Now, if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and ring the notifications bell icon so you don't miss any of our future videos. As always, stay awesome. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!